There was a debate here in the United States and, quite frankly, throughout most of the West as whether a rising China was in the interest of the United States and the wider world. As a young member of the Foreign Relations Committee, I wrote and I said, and I believe then what I believe now, that a rising China is a positive development, not only for China, but for America and the world writ large.
There are a variety of reports that Chinese hackers are attempting to steal technology related to vaccine research. Is this something you're concerned about? What can you say?
So what else is new with China? What else is new? Tell me. I'm not happy with China. They should have stopped this at the source. They could have stopped it right at the source. So now you're telling me they're hacking. So I just say this, Steve, what else is new? We're watching it very closely.
If I could follow up, sir, the South China Morning Post, the Beijing newspaper, says that China would like to reopen negotiations on the trade deal to make the terms more favorable to them. Is this something you'd be interested in doing?
No, not at all. Not even a little bit, no. I'm not interested. We signed a deal. I had heard that, too. They'd like to reopen the trade talk to make it a better deal for them. China's been taking advantage of the United States for many, many years, for decades, because we had people at this position right here where I'm standing, sitting right in that office, the Oval Office, that allowed that to happen. No, I'm not interested in that. Let's see if they live up to the deal that they signed.
China and others have criticized you for using the phrase Chinese virus. How do you feel about that? Are you going to continue using that phrase?
Well, China was putting out information which was false, that our military gave this to them. That was false. And rather than having an argument, I said, I have to call it where it came from. It did come from China. So I think it's a very accurate term. But no, I didn't appreciate the fact that China was saying that our military gave it to them. Our military did not give it to anybody.
Critics say using that phrase creates a stigma.
No, I don't think so. No, I think saying that our military gave it to them creates a stigma. And then one day we hear about this rumor in China, and then we find out it's much more than a rumor. And then all of a sudden we make a great decision to close it up early. It would be a whole different world. It would be a whole different world. But we make a decision to close it up to China, and all of a sudden tourism, and then we close it up to Europe, which, people never heard of this before. I'm not sure that that's ever been done. I know that when I made the decision to close it to China, people told me that's never been done before, but it was a great decision. We make good decisions. So I'll tell you my best decision. The people behind me are total pros. All over the world, they're respected. Dr. Birx, Anthony, who's become a major television star for all the right reasons. No, he's just so professional, so good. The people that we have working here have been incredible, and they're totally respected. The Admiral has been incredible, having to do with the testing, incredible, and he's viewing this as testing also for the future. We're building a platform. When we took over this platform, first thing the Admiral said was, this was not designed for what we're talking about, millions of people. It wasn't, and it's nobody's fault. It's not like who could have ever predicted a thing like this, but we broke it down, and it's really going to be incredible system, and it is now a great system. I just want to say these are incredible people standing behind me. They're the most respected in the world. Every country that you've mentioned today so far has called them, and they call them all the time for advice. There's nobody better than what we have.